guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a get ready with me chat video. So if you would like to, guys, welcome back to Shan's life. And today I got another video for you guys, so definitely stay tuned. If you are not yet subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification button, so anytime I upload a video, you guys will be the first to know. So today I am doing a get ready with me glam video. Sorry for my dog outside barking away. So yeah, so to see this look, guys, stay tuned, and yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share up this video. Sure to give the video a thumbs up. And this helped the algorithm to let me know that you guys like this video, so you want more videos like this. And for any other videos, beauty videos that you guys would like to see, try on haul, definitely link it or comment in the description below so your girl know and I could see how I could get those videos done for you guys. So let's get into this video right now. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I am doing a get ready with me video and just random talk. So we're just gonna have a chat and get ready. So if you guys see I'm looking all over the place, is I'm trying to find space to do my makeup, find a mirror to do my makeup. Yes, so let's get into this video. So I already went in with my spoolie and I did my eyebrows already. So I'm going to line them out. So I'm going to go in a mirror and I'm going to do my eyebrows offline because it's going to take too long. And then I will be back. So they are somewhat done. I'm going to go in with my cool tan. So I use cool tan and I'm going to go underneath. I'm just going to use the applicator on here because I ain't going to go search for my angle brush. Okay, so yeah, how are you guys been? Let's have a chat while I do my makeup. Oh yeah, I hope you guys are doing great. Oh Lord. So something I've been wanting to talk about relationships. What are things that you guys look for in a relationship, in a man, yeah, in general. Let's just get into it. For me, I always said what I look for in a man is ambition. Ambition can take you a far way. I always look for somebody that's loving, someone that's loving, kind, you know, very kind and loving. That is something I always look forward to. I'm gonna bring this down further over my eyes because when I do my eyeshadow, I want it to pop, so I'm gonna bring it all the way down. Yeah. So yeah, what do you guys look for in a relationship? What are some warning flags in a relationship? For me, I would say some warning signs that the relationship is not going to work out is if you start off a relationship with lying. I think that is one of my biggest thing in a relationship. Being with a man that lies to me, I can't stand for that. Yeah, one thing I don't like liars. So that for me is like a big turn off. That is one of the biggest things. Somebody that's dishonest. With me, I love people around me, whether you're my significant other, my kids, family. Keep it 100. You keep it 100 with me, I'll keep it 100 with you. One thing I hate is when somebody lies to me and then I find out. That is the worst thing that you can do, because for me it's not easy for me to trust people. I've been through a lot in my life, in my upbringing. I've been through a lot when it comes to people. And don't get me wrong, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt, right? And I will give you the rope to hang yourself. Yep, that is me. I will give you the rope to hang yourself. And for those, I don't mean literally, it's a metaphor. Just for those that don't really know, it's just a saying that, you know, a lot of people say. But yeah, I will give somebody the rope to hang themselves. And you see, once you lie to me, it's hard for me to gain, or if I lose my trust within you, it's hard for me to gain that back. It's gonna take a while, because, and even when like I might talk to you, I still won't trust you 100%. I will know what to say and what not to say, because I've lost that in you. Or like, you know, I'll just keep you at a certain distance. That's generally me. So I'm gonna go in now with my Fawn. So these are the two that I use over my eyebrows. And y'all gurus, makeup gurus, don't come for me. I just started getting into makeup, and see me, I've always loved art, and I look at makeup as a form of art. So I just started getting into this bad boy. I like it so far. I just need to learn how to perfect it a little bit better, as you can see. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just cleaning up my brows. So you shade them, you clean them up to make them look that much more on point. Because you see this one, and then you see this one's a little bit more, yeah, up there. So that is what I am doing. Yeah. So that's one thing I find. I'm a person that loves honesty, and I guess sometimes I will find myself a little bit too honest for others, and it's not everybody do well when people are honest. And I never understand that. Why do people like when people lie to them? Me, I'd rather you be honest to me, and if I need to get upset, let me get upset. But when you lie to me, I'm gonna get worse or upset. So it's better you tell me the truth than you lie to me. Or you gotta let me play detective. And ladies, you know, us ladies, we make the best detective. I always thought about opening up a, what is it called, a PR or a IPR firm, right? Like, be a detective. So, you know, if you all need services, you know where to come and stuff like that. Because I always say there's no other, listen, not even a man don't make as good detective as a woman. And sometimes the man them wonder how we find out things we need to find out. Trust me, us ladies, we have our way. I'm going to go in with my NARS. So this is my NARS medium / dark 5, New Gun. But I will make sure to link all the products that I use in the description below. And I think because I have been, my foundation look like the color has changed. So I usually do like two to three pumps. And I love how with NARS it's full coverage that you get. And I'm just gonna go in with my liquid foundation brush. So this is my liquid foundation brush from Vanity Planet. Yes. So I'm just gonna go in with it, and I'm just gonna take, and what I like to do, I like to dab there under my eyes, swash, yes, and then I like to rub it out. So that is what I'm going to do, and I just literally pat it into my skin. So if you want to pat the foundation in your skin, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm patting the foundation into the skin. All right, okay. So I think another thing when it comes to relationship, I believe like when you just start off, you need to set your rules, and your boundaries. You and your partner need to sit down and establish, you know, your rules, what you guys expect and what you guys expect from each other. I think that's something that is very much important. A lot of us getting into relationship, we don't even think about doing that, you know, like the expectation. And as women, I find, as we are with dating certain men, we need to set expectation, you know, like, okay, my expectation is, you know, if I am working and you're not, at least make sure the house is clean. That's like an expectation that you guys can agree on. Or an expectation is, you, if I'm working, you need to make sure that you're out there looking for work as well. You're not just sitting in the house, you know, if you don't have a job. And that goes vice versa. You need to just set your expectation. If the male is going to work, then, you know, so the woman is home, she's taking care of the kids if there's kids, and just type of those expectation. And you need to set expectation and standards. You know, if you already had standards for yourself, make sure you have standards for your relationship, what you will put up with and what you won't put up with, right? Like if your partner cheats, based on what took place that made the person cheat, are you willing to forgive them? Are you willing to walk away from the relationship? Like that type of standards and expectation. You need to set rules. And I believe every relationship, everybody needs to have expectations, standards for each other, and rules and boundaries. Like you have some relationship where you would set certain boundaries or standards, like, okay, if I have a male friend and my husband has a female friend, they need to also set boundaries between their female coherent, right? Their female friend, to let them know what's acceptable, what is okay when you're in a relationship, and what is not okay. I believe that's something very important, because trust me, that can cause conflict. Because sometimes when you're in a relationship with somebody and you have friends, you know, you have female friends and male friends, and you have some people that they don't want you having no male friend, and your spouse don't want you having no male friend, but it's okay for them to have female friend. That is not going to work. And that was something that in a relationship you would have to compromise. You would definitely have to compromise in that, because I would say if you can have female friends, you best believe I'm going to have male friends, because it's not going to work. Or both of us don't have no friend of the opposite sex, just to make things easier, right? And that can be understandable, but you both have to come to an agreement and stuff like that. I believe in relationship, it should not be one-sided, as in, you know, the woman's always staying in and the man's always going out. And when the woman decide that, okay, you know what, she found some friends, she's ready to go out, you're going to have a problem with it. No, that won't work. If you've been going out this whole time and enjoying yourself and doing your thing, and when it's time for the woman to go out, you have a problem with her leaving, I don't think that is fair, right? That's why I always say, what you don't like for yourself, you don't do it to others. And I highly believe in that. I would never tell my significant other that, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go out this week and I go out and do what I want to do, but he stays in, and he's been staying in, or whatever the case may be, and not going anywhere. And then finally when he gets some friends, he decides to go out, and then all of a sudden you're getting upset. No, that definitely won't work. That will cause problems. So I'm also bringing this down because you want to make sure your makeup blends with your neck as well. So you want to draw it down. The worst thing is when you have that line here, your jawline and your neck looks different from your face. So you want to make sure to do that. So I'm gonna go in with my fawn, and I'm going to, let's see, highlight a little bit, and then I'll go here, 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 and okay. So I'm just going to do this over here and here. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my edge, and then I'm just gonna tap it in. Okay. Yeah, so you have to make standards. For me, when you date, get to know the person that you're with. If you can. I know sometimes certain circumstances people end up jumping real quick in a relationship, and your dating leads to relationship, and it goes straight from that straight to you guys living together, right? They always say see me and live with me is two different things, and it is quite so. Whether it's with a male, whether it's you're living with like your spouse, going to live with your spouse, or you're just living with somebody else. But definitely see me and live with me is definitely two different things. It sure is two different things. So you want to make sure that you guys sit down and have to talk. For me, I always wanted, when I am dating somebody, I always say, all right, what are your goals? And I think that's very important to ask. That is a simple question. Talking about, you want to get to know that person, so you want to know what they plan on doing, what are their goals, where do they see themselves in the next 2 to 5 years, right? Okay, so now I am going to slowly bake. So I'm gonna put this on. So I'm going to bake my face. Yeah, so yeah, like I was saying, you need to find out, and that's for you. These are some very important questions to ask when you're dating something. What are your long-term goals, your short-term goals? These are things that you definitely want to know, because it gives you an idea of where the person's head is at. So as I'm doing this, I am going to so I'm gonna let this sit and bake. I'm going to go in with my palette here. Yeah, because you want to know what the person, like, basically you just want to know where the person stand, and if you and the person are on the same goal. You need to talk about things that you have in common. What are your likes, what are your dislikes, down to religion. If you know you're a religious person, you want to talk about that. You want to talk about marriage, because a lot of times, sometimes we women, we end up rushing into a relationship with somebody, and that person, we think like, oh, we found the one, and waiting 6 months, a year, 2 years, you're with that person, and you're wondering like 3, 4 years. It's like, okay, that person hasn't talked about marriage, no engagement, no nothing. What's going on? Like, and you want to get married and have kids, and then comes down to you spend all these years with this person, and then to find out that that person doesn't want any kids, that person doesn't want to get married, and it's not the same thing for you. So that's why I say these things are very important to talk about, because man, to be with somebody and you want to get married and that person don't want to get married, it's never going to work. As much as you love a person and you're trying to compromise, you're always going to maybe kick yourself in the ass and think, you know, what if, you know, there's always going to be that what if. Maybe I should have thought about asking. So it's always important to ask the question. So I am currently using, what is this, more me in the middle. So I'm using this one to do my eyes right now, and I'm using my little mirror, as you can see. So this is the, what is it, the Warrior by Juvia. So, and I love this because it's natural, like colors. I love a natural color palette. So I'm just gonna go in from my crease. Yeah. So, and I think that's something that is very, very important to consider when you are in that dating phase. And ladies, how long do you date somebody before you make it official? We know off the bat if we're going to pursue and if we would give that person that time or day just by looking at them. It's just how long are we decide we're going to hold out for to see if there's potential in that person. I did, like with the spouse that I am with now, let me just say, when back in the days when if you've looked from my main channel, you guys have seen me sit down and talk about being in an abusive relationship, and you know how I got out of that and overcame that relationship to the one that I'm in now. Yeah, to the one that I'm in now. And you guys can see that after I went through all of that, I sat down and I prayed and I talked to God, you know, and I made a list. I made a list of what I was looking for in a man. And I was like, out of like 10 things, if I could get 8 or 7 or even 6 out of the 10 things I want, right, I would make, you know, I would say, okay, I found somebody for me. And guys, when I tell you that I had manifested like my husband that I have today, trust me, I manifested it. Because the funny thing is, I went back and I found that list and I showed, like I literally showed my husband the list. I was like, honey, look at the list here. And then I started going and I started ticking off the boxes and stuff like that. And I was like, oh shoot, like God really sent me somebody. Because sometimes at the time when me and my husband met, I was not looking for nobody. Trust me, I wasn't looking for nobody. I was just enjoying myself and just doing me, you know, because I've always known to be an independent woman, you know, because at the time I've had my kids to raise and stuff. So I was never looking for no validation from no man in no way, shape and form. And even then, I still don't look for no validation from no man. And I don't think a woman should look for her validation from a man. You should be able to can validate yourself. And that's why it's so important for young girls and us older women too to know what we want. Because a lot of times, sometimes we end up with some riffraffs. And trust me, we ended up with some riffraff. And as women, we have a bad thing of saying we hope they will change. Yeah, because he did this with that person, that doesn't mean he's gonna do it with you. And sometimes they end up doing worse. Sometimes those riffraff, they can't change. They really can't change. So we gotta know, you gotta know what you want, what you're looking for in a man. Set your standards, set your boundaries, and don't lift them for anything. Anything. If you see something that is funny in your relationship, talk to the person about it. Talk to the person, say, listen, I do not like this. And you know, find ways that you guys can fix the problem, because if you don't, it can cost your relationship. It can cost your relationship, your marriage, and you don't want that, right? So if you see that there's something that can be fixed, you try and fix it. You know, you try and work on it. Like they say, Rome wasn't built overnight, and all of us, we go through our own stuff. We go through our own stuff, and in things in life, a lot of things is never going to be perfect, right? But it's who that is perfect for you, right? We're gonna, and sometimes you have to, what do I say, kiss some frogs, ladies, before you find your Prince Charming, right? But you know, and then with any relationship you have good and bad, and it's about give and take. It's about give and take in a relationship. Okay, so now that I've finished doing that, I am going to dust off all of this. So I'm gonna dust off my setting powder. And this, you want to sweep, or you can go out into your skin. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my mascara. Now, I ain't doing too much to my face, and I'm just going to do my eye. Both red flags. So red flags is, you know, your partner going out late night, and girl, you know the club is over at like 2-3 o'clock, and he ain't rolling into like about when the sun, like sunrise or 7 o'clock in the morning, and you ask him where he been and he can't tell you, then that's a red flag. Another red flag is like your man taking off and going away for days, and you don't know where he is. You're calling him, he's not answering his phone. That is a big red flag. That is another red flag. I cannot be with a man and I'm calling you and you ain't picking up your phone. What is so important that you're doing that you cannot pick up my call? These are just some red flags. Another red flag is, girl, if that man hit you one time, best believe he's gonna hit you again. And that's where enough of us women go wrong. We justify and say, oh, you know, he did it one time. Or like when you see one of your friends with a black eye and you ask them, where's that black eye come from? And they're like, oh, I ran into the doorknob. Really? Come on now. Yeah, I never knew your eye was that low that you ran into the doorknob. That is also another red flag. And I always say to ladies, like, I've been through an abusive relationship, but it is hard for some of them, some women, to get out of it, especially if you have kids involved. But if you can come out of it, once a man hits you one time, he's gonna continue put his hand on you as long as you let him, right? And a lot of us women, we don't tend to want to call the police because we are afraid that the situation will escalate, and we tend to want to hide things from our family member because we don't want nobody to say anything and stuff like that. But sometimes you never know who is there and who can help you in that sense. Maybe you want to run away, but because he knows all your friends, but that one other friend, you are scared to tell them, right? But I always say, if you can get help, try to get help. Try to get out of that situation. A lot of us lady lose our life because we are in an abusive situation, or we have nowhere to go. And then if he's been the one that's financially supporting you for all these years and you haven't worked, even that makes it a little bit harder as well. So I'm going in with my matte fix setting spray, and I'm just going to spray my face and let it sit there. Okay, so I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, and I'm going to go in with my butter gloss by NARS. That's also a red flag. One of them is financially. When you have to be asking your man for money because you're not working and he's working, that's a sign of control. That's a sign of control. I believe a man should, you're with a man, he should be financially supporting you, right? And you should be able to, you know, at least be getting your little money every week or every 2 weeks to do what you need to do, whether it's to get your hair done, your nails. But at the same time, ladies, I always believe in a woman, make sure you make your own money. Make sure. I know myself, I've never been in any relationship that I've had to depend on a man to do anything for me. I've always been a woman that likes to make my own money. And I know out in the islands, a lot of people have their saying about, make sure you get X money, girl, because when shit hits the fan and go down and you don't have no money, you are stuck. You are stuck. There is the look, guys. I'm going to flat iron my hair, and I'm gonna curl it a little bit and come back. So let me get the flat iron and come back. And there's one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about before I go, and that's in a relationship. What are some of the things that you would consider walking away from that relationship? And yeah, what are some of the things that you would consider that would make you walk away from a relationship where you're like, no, I can't deal with this anymore, I've got to go, type of thing? Let me get the flat iron and come back. All right, guys, so I'm going to finish up and do my hair. But like I was saying, what are some of the other signs? So for me, I find in relationship, it's very important to talk about finance. It's not just cheating alone that can cost your relationship, but finance, not talking about money. And that is such a big thing that people don't talk about in relationship. Whether it's you or your spouse working, you guys should sit down and talk about finance. It is such a big thing, and I don't know why people stray away from talking about finance in their relationship. Well, I would think in your marriage at least. So wait until you're married, because if you're just boyfriend and girlfriend, you don't need to disclose how much you're making with nobody, right? Well, when you're married now, then that is a different thing. From you're just in a relationship, you're not married, you don't have to disclose. And that's just my thing. To each is your own. Because some people, when they're boyfriend and girlfriend, they would disclose to a person how much they make and stuff like that. You don't need to do that, right? If you are, I guess, living common law, then I could see where you might need to do that, because if you guys are, we call splitting on bills, yeah, For me, I've never believed in I'm with somebody and we're splitting on bills. It's almost like you're having a roommate, so you're paying half the rent, I'm paying half the rent, you're paying half the groceries, I'm paying half the groceries. That I don't necessarily believe in either. I govern, I govern my thing a little bit different from the usual. But if you guys would like me to do a video on that, I could certainly come on and do a video on spouses. How do you talk to your spouse about finance? How do you get your spouse to be on the same page as you when it comes to finance? How are you able to sit down and talk openly about money and get together? I'm gonna go do my edges off camera and then come back and I will start curling my hair so you guys can see it. And then yeah, then I'm gonna get into my outfit. And yes guys, so hey guys, so the edges are on fleek, edges are done. So I'm just going to comb out my hair. I'm just gonna quickly flat iron this hair and I'm going to come back. I am on the pretty much the last part of my hair, guys. So I just curl this off camera to make the time go faster. So I'm doing the last bit now. You guys would like me to do a video on finance, I could definitely do one of those videos talking about it. Like I said, I am not no expert, but I do have a little bit of a knowledge in that department because I did go to school for business and finance. Okay, all right, so I'm going to just take my free spray here and then I'm gonna spray the top, and you just want to put this here. Woo. All right, so I am all dressed, so let me show you guys the fit. And this is just a casual fit that you can wear on a cute date, cute dinner date, just an outing, out with the girls or out with your significant other, or just a nice little party fit as well. Fit is done. As you can see, I'm just in a nice long sleeve shirt, some shorts, a nude bag. I got a little bit of accessory on, and I got some nude tan heels on, and that is the look. So this is my look pretty much for a nice casual date. And yeah, what do you guys think? Do you like the look? So that is my get ready with me look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will catch you guys in another one. Bye guys.